Just a tragic situation unfolding right now in India. At least 72 people have died in a series of landslides.
Who've told us that more than 1,000 people have now been killed in that powerful earthquake which struck the country last night.
The day when a person will be held accountable for what they've done in this life is indeed terrifying. It is especially for those who have transgressed all boundaries, disbelieved in Allah, the prophets, and that specific day. That is why believing in the Day of Judgment is one of the pillars of Iman.
وَكُلَّ إِنسَانٍ أَلْزَمْنَاهُ طَائِرَهُ فِي عُنُقِهِ وَنُخْرِجُ لَهُ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ كِتَابًا يَلْقَاهُ مَنشُورًا.
Every man's fate we have fastened on his neck. On the Day of Judgment, we shall bring out for him a scroll, which he will see spread open. 17:13. There are many signs, some of which have already happened, some happening now, and others that will happen in the future. These signs are meant to warn you about the coming disaster and remind you that your time in this world is temporary. They also make you think about your purpose in this world and how small a part you play in the bigger picture of the universe. What is a landslide?
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
A landslide happens when the ground cracks open and everything on that piece of land slides down a hill. This includes rocks, debris, and soil. In the primitive and contemporary eras, you have seen various types of landslides, differing in size and power. But the landslides mentioned in the hadiths will be unique and widely known. Are the 3 landslides included among the signs of the Day of Judgment? Before the arrival of the Day of Judgment, certain signs will manifest to indicate its horrifying arrival. Earthquakes are a sign that the hour, or the end times, is approaching. At first, they are considered minor signs, but as they become more frequent and severe, causing 3 major landslides in different places, they will be seen as major signs. This idea is supported by the following narration. Hudayfa bin Usaid al-Ghifari reported that Allah's Messenger, peace be upon him, he said, "It will not come until you see 10 signs before," and, in this connection, he made a mention of the smoke, Dajjal, the beast, the rising of the sun from the west, the descent of Jesus, son of Mary, Ya'juj wa Ma'juj, and landslides in 3 places, one in the east, one in the west, and one in Arabia, at the end of which fire would burn forth from Yemen and would drive people to the place of their assembly. What does the Quran say about these landslides and earthquakes? Earthquakes and similar destructive events show how powerful Allah is. They are like soldiers following His commands. Allah, who is fair, can make people scared, teach them lessons, or punish them as He wishes. Allah Almighty describes in the Holy Quran about them. If this community turns away from Allah's law, forgets His religion, and follows the devil, Allah will subject them to His powerful forces, which only He knows. Some of these forces include earthquakes. Allah, the Almighty, has mentioned this.
وَكَذَلِكَ أَخْذُ رَبِّكَ إِذَا أَخَذَ الْقُرَى وَهِيَ ظَالِمَةٌ إِنَّ أَخْذَهُ أَلِيمٌ شَدِيدٌ.
Such is the seizure of your Lord when He seizes the towns while they are doing wrong. Verily, His seizure is painful and severe. 11:102. He further says,
وَإِذَا أَرَدْنَا أَن نُّهْلِكَ قَرْيَةً أَمَرْنَا مُتْرَ فِيهَا فَفَسَقُوا فِيهَا فَحَقَّ عَلَيْهَا الْقَوْلُ فَدَمَّرْنَاهَا تَدْمِيرًا.
And when we intend to destroy a city, we command its affluent, but they defiantly disobey therein. So the word comes into effect upon it, and we destroy it with complete destruction. 17:16. The earthquakes also remind Muslim Ummah of the Day of Judgment, the day when all of the earth will shake, and not only one part of it. Allah the Almighty says,
أَيُّهَا النَّاسُ اتَّقُوا رَبَّكُمْ إِنَّ زَلْزَلَةَ السَّاعَةِ شَيْءٌ عَظِيمٌ يَوْمَ تَرَوْنَهَا تَذْهَلُ كُلُّ مُرْضِعَةٍ عَمَّا أَرْضَعَتْ وتضع كل ذات حمل حملها وترى الناس سكارى وما هم بسكارى ولكن عذاب الله شديد.
O mankind, fear your Lord and be dutiful to him. Verily, the earthquake of the hour is a terrible thing. The day you shall see it, every nursing mother will forget her nursling, and every pregnant one shall drop her load, and you shall see mankind as in a drunken state. Yet they will not be drunk, but the torment of Allah will be severe. Consider this. When earthquakes strike, they leave behind ruined buildings, countless deaths, and families forced to flee their homes. People are in a state of chaos, caring about nothing but their safety. Are these disasters the result of sins? Every time a disaster or calamity strikes people, it's often a result of their sins and wrongdoing. Consider how Adam and Hawa, Eve, were expelled from paradise because of their wrongdoing. Also, during the time of Prophet Noah, the entire world was submerged in a great flood because of wrongdoing. The people of Ad faced a furious and destructive wind. The people of Thamud were afflicted with an awful cry, and the people of Lot saw their cities overturned and showered with stones.
This is something very, very strong that we need to think about. وَمَا أَصَابَكُم مِّن مُّصِيبَةٍ فَبِمَا كَسَبَتْ أَيْدِيكُمْ. Calamity that has struck you is because of what you did with your own hands. You caused problems.
These events are examples of immediate punishments for wrongdoing. It is really sad about the earthquake in Morocco and the series of earthquakes in Turkey and Syria. Also, there were terrible floods in Libya that caused a lot of people to lose their lives. These events are believed to be signs of the Day of Judgment. It's important to remember that the earthquakes you experience today are just a precursor to the earthquake that will occur at the end of time. Earthquakes are one of Allah's signs, and their timing and location are completely under His control. Despite all the technology and expertise in the world, scientists and geologists can't predict when and where the next earthquake will strike. Only Allah knows when and where His punishment will come. You should be grateful that the earth is usually stable and allows you to build and live in peace. Unfortunately, people often fail to appreciate these blessings and only turn to Allah when they face His wrath. As soon as the torment stops, they often return to their old ways of worshipping other gods alongside Allah. It's essential to understand that the same earth that is calm today can, with a single command from Allah, bring about destruction in a matter of minutes. Earthquakes are just one of Allah's signs, and only He has the power to cause or prevent them. You should pray that Allah saves you from the torment of the final day and guides you to the straight path of Islam. Remember to subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon to stay updated until next time. Also, leave a comment about the topics you are interested in.